Today we continue with our Orcs from Nuffin series. We made a killer can. We've got an orc, we've got a human disguised as an orc. We also designed our own shoulder pads, and that is where we're at. I got some really lovely mail the other day. Inquisition miniatures. I got sent a bloody orc catapult with hand-drawn assembly instructions. The reason why this is particularly special for me, not only because my friend Grombat Mole sent it to me, but also Inquisition Miniatures is Australian. If you're out there and you have any sort of connection to Inquisition Miniatures, please let me know. But I bet you want to see the models. So I got sent this lovely package. Inside was this little photo of, I assume, the catapult that we're going to mess with today. And bags and bags and bags of very leady filled models. I'm assuming. Oh, okay, this is cool. The sculpting of this. Oh, wow. Check this out. This is the orc that comes with it. What a character. Oh, hell yeah. We're absolutely gonna convert this today to be a part of our Orcs from Nuffin Rogue Trader Warband. And it comes with a bunch of little snotlings, little grots, and a couple ready to be propelled through the air. I don't think we're actually going to make this though. I think we're going to convert them to be something for our 40k orcs. Wow. I can't believe it. It's even got a little story attached to it. There's so much love that's gone into these products. This will pair very nicely. Okay. The wonderful Pablo from the Still Tower has sent through a whole bunch of orc arms that he's sculpted, including this very cool claw, some weapons. They're cool. Some choppers. Also, I got this crazy, slan, space slan for Lead and Steel 2025. Unfortunately, I can't make it, but I got sent this wonderful model sculpted by War Factory, and that is from indelible ink. Indelible ink. And they could also be some good arms for converting too. You know, I hate to do this to you, buddy, but these arms are gotta go. See, what's the fun in just collecting miniatures if you don't hack them up? Alright. Very sorry, Space Slan, but even though you are very cool as is, one of these days I'm going to get a little hobby saw, and it's going to make conversions like this a lot easier. Unfortunately, today is not that day, so we're just going to gently wiggle this until it comes free. Okay. This is going to look awesome. Chuck you on there. So much character. That's great. I have this so far. I put one of Pablo's arms on there, and also I'm thinking about putting one of Pablo's weapons on there too. And that should just... yeah. Inquisition Miniatures Body. The Space Slan hook. Pablo's arm and weapon combo. Why go to all this effort? Well, A, it's cool and fun, and I love orcs that look different, but also the whole point of Orcs from Nuffin is we don't use Games Workshop parts. Okay, I think my goal is to turn this catapult into a war buggy. And I think we just assemble it mostly regular, and then go from there. So over here in our little 3D print station, we are printing Untitled. Very, very good. I'm printing orc wheels I just slapped together in Blender. It took me like don't know, maybe half an hour, and I've made like little engine blocks to power them, and I sort of just digitally kit bashed a bunch of miscast 3D models. So then we can turn this fantasy catapult into something a little bit more powered, fit for our brand new Orc, which we haven't named yet. So if you've got any ideas, let me know. Do you hear that? Silence. The print is done. Okay. Alright. Okay, is this a thing? These printed very well. That looks great. That looks super crisp. Glue that on. That. Right? Is that something? So to get this more functioning like a little buggy, I've made this little trailer piece which allows it to hinge like that, and that way the front wheels and the back wheels can move independently. Which means we kind of have to do the terrible thing of cutting this up so we can rebuild it. I'm very sorry for the crimes I'm about to commit, but okay, alright. I'm kind of excited by this, but it's also a little bit too long. But this really seems like it could be something. But I actually like the shorter profile of the buggy. So let's make a really short version of this. I'm also thinking about double stacking the wheels, because I think it will make it look meaner. That's pretty tough, right? Maybe adding this piece, which was meant for the back, onto the front, because then it's like a big menacing spear. Or maybe putting it on top of the pivot point. I believe that's like a harpoon or something. And then we can put this little Gretchen that's steering the car on top. That could be cool. I think let's move this from here to up here. Now, it should go in like that, and then, nice. I'm not really loving these exhausts on the back of these wheels, so I'm going to replace them with brass tube. This is a little brass tube cutter. You just set the length that you want, you tighten it down, and you give it a spin, and it will slowly just cut around without crimping your pipe. Which I guess if you're doing orc stuff isn't so important, but you know, it's better to start clean than make it rough from the beginning. But let's mess this up first. So let's splay the end of this out. That's very orky, isn't it? I feel like a very orky thing to do is to mess up the ends of these tubes. Like it's kind of exploded. Also, if you want to bend these little tubes, you can use a pipe bender, which is basically a spring, and you put your pipe in, and that way when you go to bend it, it applies even pressure all over it. See? Because this piece has like a very triangular motif, I've added these like little reinforcement bars. And I think that looks pretty cool. So the aesthetic that I'm kind of going for at the moment is very Gorka Morka, which is like an old orc fighting game, and this is sort of the aesthetic of the models. That's my goal. I realized I actually have some of those models. These are pretty fun, right? This one in particular got me inspired, and I started making some more 3D models, and I've ended up with this. So all the 3D parts you're about to see on this model I have made available for free for you to use. They'll be in the description. Okay. I added a little bumper to the back. I added these little mud guards. This isn't my piece, this is from my bits box. And I've added this like girder, is that what they are? This like metal flooring. And here it is. This is my complete Orc buggy. At least I think it's complete. I don't know, I'm still not 100% sold on it. I'd love to hear what you think about it.
Also, I custom designed some little glyphs for the side. Some little cross-eyed dead orc glyphs. I think they're kind of cool.
I think I can't quite work out whether this is cool or not, and whether I need to keep working on it. Okay, so for a start, I think it looks very orky, and that's number one priority. But are these wheels a little bit too comical? A little bit too ridiculous? Is it giving to, like, Flintstones? Does the drive mechanism make enough sense to get away with being orky? Like, my thought is the steering wheel in here is like direct driving this front of the trailer. Does it need more embellishments? Like, is this a bit weird? This whole open section, does it need like glass or shielding or like banners or something? Should the exhaust be bigger? My thought was maybe adding like a rope mechanism on here that would show off this getting pushed and pulled, basically. I don't know. I don't feel like this is quite done yet.